So I'm going to read it to you.
Verbatim.
This is Bill Simmons, or we might need to edit our version of the story because it says Simpson. So Bill Simmons said, quote, I have my half-baked idea for Draymond's next season. I think he ends up in Dallas with Kyrie and with Luka. And then LeBron tries to figure out a way to get there eventually. Yeah, that's my prediction. All right, just keep in mind, at the beginning of it, he says, my half-baked idea. Because otherwise, I've seen people go, have you seen that there's people out there, not Bill Simmons, people who are saying that Draymond and LeBron are going to the Mavs to play alongside Luka and Kyrie. And if they can pull that off, great.
And then Bronny.
Sure.
I will say,
pretty sure it'd have to be, right?
Yeah.
Listening to Draymond's podcast last year,
which is very fun,
as they were rolling into the playoffs against the Mavericks, he said, look, I think this group understands that we don't have, all the time in the world together left. So we want to try and get a few rings before we get done with it. And so that's kind of where his mindset was he wanted to try to accomplish that with the Warriors team. I don't know if that meant, hey, I'm done with it and I'm going to replace Charles Barkley whenever he retires on TNT, or, hey, I might want to finish my career up somewhere else. I have had this half-baked idea all season long, but I knew if I brought it to the air that Mike would go, never going to happen. And I was like, But since Bill Simmons did it, I will now say I love this and I want it to happen because, Kevin, we might get 5 full games of all those guys together on the court that year.
All right, here's another quote to back up Corey. Can
you imagine refs real quick with Draymond Green and Luka on the same team?
Yes.
And Kyrie.
And LeBron. I get it.
Kyrie doesn't really argue too much.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet.
I mean, he's pretty normal when it comes to that.
He'll just let them do it.
This is Bill Simmons' follow-up. Yeah.
We'd have technicals.
I don't know. I'm feeling a Dallas scent. There's something Dallas stuff that feels scenty to me. Draymond, that's an actual quote. I'm going to read it one more time because I feel like you need to have this in your life. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a Dallas scent. There's some Dallas stuff that feels scenty to me. Draymond is kind of what they need. This part is the most true part of all. Draymond is the kind of what they need. Someone who cares about defense and doesn't care about shooting.
Facts.
Now, that, I will absolutely concede that.
Yeah, and I mean, Luka will be happy to distribute the ball to all those other guys, right? Like, hey, look, I'll let y'all take the shots because I know y'all can make them more than these guys over here.
I wonder if this half-baked idea started to become true. Draymond offensively is valuable as the point guard. I know he's not a guard, but when he's valuable on Golden State, he's the one that initiates. 4 guys are going crazy all over the court. One being obviously Steph Curry, who is the best off-the-ball guy you'll ever watch, how hard he works to get open off the ball. I'm just wondering if Luka has the ball or LeBron has the ball or Kyrie has the ball. Or I don't know what Draymond, because they won't guard him.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like Draymond's best in when he's hitting guys off cuts and everything. He is a good pick setter too. I mean, there's other things he does, but I don't know
and that's where I
how
wonder
that works with Luka.
Now, unfortunately, Corey, we do have to deal with some bits of reality, but I think I've worked out a plan. All right?
Right. Oh, we're going to have to trade Hardaway to Golden State for Draymond? Is that what you're saying?
Actually, no. You need to get Draymond for free.
Okay.
Here's what needs to happen, all right? I've concocted a nonsensical way in which this works. Now, keep in mind, much like Bill Simmons' idea, don't know how much of this is based in reality, but here's what I've come up with. Draymond Green has a player option for 23-24. What we need him to do is decline that player option.
Simple.
Become a free agent, sign here with an exception, with the promise that Dallas will take care of him afterwards. And look, this is where I will tell you.
Just call him and ask him to do this.
Mark Cuban has a good track record. Remember when we didn't get free agents? He's like, you know what? I'm going to give you more money than you actually signed for. Why? Because I couldn't find anybody else to work here.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So maybe we can work that out. Now,
all right, so now we got to get LeBron.
We do. He still has the second year of his $97.1 million extension. I know what you're thinking.
Stupid number.
I'm on Hoops Hype looking at our salary structure. This is very hard to fit guys in when next year Tim Hardaway Jr. makes $18 million, Davis Bertans makes $17 million, Maxi Kleber makes $11 million, Reggie Bullock makes $10.5 million, JaVale McGee makes almost $6 million,
Or
Josh Green makes $5 million.
did you just solve that equation? So here's what I need to figure out. I don't have any second-round picks to trade for like 7 years. But if I can convince, this is a big leap of faith, but here's what I need you to do. If I can convince the Lakers to take Davis Bertans, Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, or if they would prefer Maxi Kleber instead of one of those, I can make the money match. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on, Mike. I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would any human, let alone the Lakers and LeBron, do that? I don't know. Would they be interested in a 2027 first-round pick? I can wrangle that up.
They convinced the Pelicans to take all that kind of stuff for Anthony Davis. So why wouldn't the Lakers agree to the same kind of deal? You know what? We owe the league one. After we got Anthony Davis for what we thought was table scraps.
So
we think we'll do this deal with the Mavs.
If you can convince Draymond Green to opt out of his player option of $27.5 million and sign here for like $20 million less than that. And if you can convince the Lakers to make one of the worst trades in the history of basketball, it could happen.
Then let's do it. Like, what's even stopping us at this point from trying?
Other teams.
You might miss the playoffs this year.
Stopping that.
All right. Hold on, Kevin. This is your problem. All right. You're always thinking about what could go wrong.
You're right.
Think about what could go right.
You know what?
Not one.
You're right.
Not two.
I don't think we should say that because, well, they got two.
Not three.
He should have said not one, but two.
But two.
I see how the crowd might not have been.
We're able to convince Chandler Parsons to come here.
That is a good point. All right.
But we didn't even have Luka at that point.
You know what? He brings up a great point. Mark Cuban. All right. I need you to go clubbing with Draymond Green and LeBron. That is how we help convince Chandler Parsons to come here.
Does LeBron go clubbing?
I don't know. He could build his own club or buy whatever club he wants.
A pop-up club every time, every city he goes into.
You're right, though, Corey. That's why I married somebody who is great and beautiful and helps with all my deficiencies, because she does see the bright side and optimism of everything.
She's Mr. Brightside.
She is Mrs. Brightside. I guess I'm not Mr. Brightside. I'm grumpy all the time. But Bill Simmons,
the killer.
And again,
dang it.
I just saw this article, so we didn't ask for the audio yet. If you can find it, I'd want just this specific part. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a Dallas scent. There's something Dallas stuff that feels scenty to me. That's the quote that I want. But he says his half-baked prediction is Draymond Green and LeBron go to the Mavs where they still have Luka and keep Kyrie. So
let's do it.
I'm excited. I don't even care about the 76ers game tonight.
I'll tell you what.
I'm excited for that.
You make that happen, I'll go in with somebody on season tickets. All right. I will split.
Yeah. You know what? Sure. Me too.
Season tickets with Kevin.
There you go. You guys go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Derek.
And we'll make sure our seats are next to Derek.
Oh my
But
God,
who's the
please.
center on the team?
It's going to be.
What? If that is the big
LeBron.
You know it's Dwight Powell. You know it's Dwight Powell. That's the deal. You have to keep Dwight Powell forever, but you get the rest of this team.
I do think they're re-signing Dwight Powell in the offseason.
Let's go.
5 years, 60
I'll buy you a Dwight Powell jersey.
All right.
Please don't.
We're the KNC Masterpiece right here on 105.3 The Fan. Just real quick, it's guaranteed Dwight Powell will play at least 10 more years with the Mavericks, but you get this team. Are you making that deal?
I get the Mavs. I just have to have Dwight Powell on it.
And you have to wear the Dwight Powell jersey all
and
year.
you get this team that Bill Simmons has suggested.
You have to get a whole closet full of different Dwight Powell jerseys.
Yes, but I will say that team makes about 0 cents on a basketball court.
Don't worry about that. We'll deal with that later.
It's positionless basketball, Mike.
Just be like, yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point.
We'll be the new Harlem Globetrotters where there's 3 basketballs on the court at one time and we have no clue which one's in play.
I want it. I want it so bad now.
We're not that far from that now. We're the KNC Masterpiece right here on 105.3 The Fan.
Would you have to custom make a Dwight Powell jersey because they don't actually have any, or do they have any in the stores?
Man, and what happened to the luxury
Yeah, they
tax?
gotta do
Look,
that.
I got lots of questions about how this is going to work. Don't worry about
I'll
that
get
for
in there.
now.
Don't worry.
Coming
Hey,
up,
Kevin from the 214. Obviously, Jokic would be the center. Like that's the
sure.
only.
Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Then we'll
wait.
definitely win in the first round.